and we will get started. I have a short consent agenda, and we will go through that really quickly, and then we'll start from the bottom of the agenda and work our way back up. On the consent agenda, and after I read which resolutions, you can let me know if something needs to come off. Resolution RS 2020-583 by Hancock, Resolution 584 by Toombs, Resolution 585 by Lee, and Resolution 596 by Gamble and Welch. Do either one of those need to come off before I read through them? Oh yeah, you're right. She's not here. Thank you. I'll sign on to it. Okay. With that, I'll read through the resolutions. Resolution 583 by Hancock exempts Blue Crab Shack, LLC, located at 620 Gallatin Pike North from the minimum distance requirements for obtaining a beer permit. Resolution 2025-84 by Toombs exempts Leggins House of Seafood, Nashville, located at 4228 Ashland City Highway from the minimum distance requirements for obtaining a beer permit. Resolution 585 by Lee Gamble exempts Pork Belly Tipsy Pig, located at 2008 Oak Trail Drive from the minimum distance requirements for obtaining a beer permit. And Resolution 596 by Gamble and Welch approves Amendment 2 to the grant from the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency to the Office of Emergency Management to provide resources to procure items, training, and or equipment for hazardous materials, hazmat preparedness. May I have a motion? Thank you. All those in favor, or any discussion, I'm sorry, on those consented items? No discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, thank you very much. Now we will go to the back of the agenda to Bill 2020-457 by Rosenberg, O'Connell, Nash, Sharara, and Welch. Amends the Metro Code to restrict the Metro government from entering into agreements or contracts to acquire surveillance footage or data captured by technology owned by a person or business without the direct consent of that person or business, and to clarify that the existing prohibition on the operation of license plate scanning equipment pertains to the scanning of license plates within the public right-of-ways. All right, second. Properly seconded. Discussion.
Short version,
okay.
Madam Chair. So this bill, the main part of it says that before Metro government enters into an agreement with, for example, Amazon Ring, that would say that in the event that police wanted your surveillance footage from your own property, they would either need to get your consent or get a court order. They couldn't just grab it from Ring without your consent or knowledge. That's not something that Nashville currently does, but there are cities that do that, and this would prevent it. Instead, they would basically circle an area. They could shoot out an email to people in that area asking them for consent, click the button, you're in, that's it. The second part of it that's gotten caught up in some ancillary stuff is related to LPRs. In 2017, we banned LPRs by a vote of 25-2 with legislation saying you couldn't do it in the public right-of-way. That's been misinterpreted by some to mean that if you place it outside of the right-of-way but are shooting into the right-of-way, that's okay. It's not. This clears up the language so that we won't have organizations thinking the law is one thing and it's not another. That's it. It does not create a new prohibition on LPRs. It doesn't prevent people from using it in their private parking lots and things along those lines. This is really a broken doorbell law.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Sorry, Councilman Foley. Council members Nash and Foley have an important amendment.
Thank you, Madam Chair. With respect to the sponsors, I think there's a lot to unpack on this bill, and I understand that public safety deferred this for not public safety, but public works deferred to two meetings, and there's a lot to understand from my view in this bill, and so think it's important that the council has an opportunity to hear these committee meetings, and we're rushing around, moving from one committee meeting to another and not really having an opportunity to break this down like we need to. So I would move a 2-meeting deferral in this committee and respectfully ask that as public safety chair, you do what you can to arrange a joint special called meeting so that all council members will have an opportunity to come to that meeting and hear from all of the stakeholders and all the affected parties by this bill.
I second the 2-meeting deferral.
Made, properly seconded, discussion. I will say that I also serve on the Public Works Committee and was in that committee, and the reasoning that was stated for the 2-meeting deferral is, as Councilman Pulley described, to get more information. There was the suggestion by Public Works Chair, who's Councilman Nash, that we have organize a joint meeting between Public Works, Public Safety, the DA's office, ACLU, and any other groups to make sure that we're all have a clear understanding of what the bill's intent is, the purpose, and the issues that it addresses. I think that is a good idea. I support that, and I'm open to that. The 2-meeting deferral will allow for discussion on the floor today for the full council to discuss this bill and could be referred to this committee. So for those reasons, I would support the 2-meeting deferral and open it up for further discussion from committee members.
I know Councilmember Rosenberg's kind of pointing this as being a ring doorbell, and I'm not sure I'm against that part of it, but I think I've heard from a lot of folks who would like to contribute some license plate readers to the police department to use for public right of way as a crime prevention tool, and I think it's worthy of discussion, and this bill does speak to that besides the ring issue. So I really think it's worthy of more discussion. I think we pointed out in Public Works that the technology has changed and the uses of it. And I certainly think that other cities are using this, and we can find a way maybe to rework that whole bill instead of kind of piecemealing a little piece here, a little piece there, and make a better bill that answers Councilmember Rosenberg's concerns and also maybe provide a little more access to the technology to help our police department.
Thank you. I'm certainly open to the conversation about problems and benefits of LPRs. As far as this bill, this is not going to be a vehicle for weakening our LPR ban. That's not what this bill is for, and that's not an amendment that I would welcome at any point. So while I'm all for the conversation, I don't know that it necessarily relates to anything that could happen to this bill. Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Order. Have we lost quorum? Have we lost quorum?
Yeah, what is our? Yeah. Well, we got 5, so we're okay. I had 6. Okay, so we're okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so further discussion on the motion to defer? And is your motion for 2 meetings or what? Okay. No further discussion?
And with the
And with the re-referral.
We do agree to that. With the re-referral back to committee?
It goes automatically, I believe. A 2-meeting deferral is an automatic re-referral. Okay. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? All right, so we've got a 2-meeting deferral with the re-referral to this committee. Next on the list, Bill 2024-55 by Syracuse amends the Metro Code to create a new type of permit for curbside deliveries. Hey, Councilman Syracuse is here. Motion?
So
Second? Second. Moved and properly second. Mr. Syracuse, would you like to tell us about your bill?
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Well, this bill seemed appropriate to file during Oktoberfest. And as you all know, when the pandemic hit, it was a good opportunity for our brewers and others to have the opportunity to have another stream of revenue via beer delivery. This basically continues that beyond the scope of the public health order. Mr. McDonough behind me with the executive director of the beer board is here. I'm sure he'd like to give some even more detailed info on it. Oh, I got it? Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just briefly, Councilman Syracuse basically summed it up very well, but we're looking to make curbside delivery permanent now within Metro. And we were the first beer board in the state, including against the TABC as well before them to allow for delivering curbside within the state, and we'll be the first to make it permanent. But this will allow for a new stream of revenue for those entities currently serving, and really it'll allow for a new stream of revenue for the beer board as well for that. And in our previous conversation, you asked whether or not Metro Police Department supported it, and I have spoken with Chief Drake, and he does support the bill. So happy to answer any questions you all may have. Oh, sorry.
Thank you for clarifying and asking or mentioning that question about the MMPDs, if they had any concerns about it. Also, you mentioned to me that it does not conflict with our open container law, that these, any items that are sold will be commercially sealed. Is that correct? Are there any other questions about this? Any other discussion? All right, let's take a vote. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Great, thank you. Thank you for coming. All right, late file resolution from Tunes, and it doesn't have a number on my sheet. A resolution accepting 6 donations from the Tennessee Highland Rim Healthcare Coalition to the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County, acting by and through the Nashville Fire Department. Motion? Thank you. Motion and properly second. Discussion, and Ms. Toombs is here. Councilwoman Toombs, would you like to tell us about your resolution?
Concern some monies donated for equipment to the Nashville Fire Department. I believe there is an issue with the fire department having time to spend the funds, and that's why it's late filed. But it's some much needed equipment that would be very beneficial to the fire department.
Donation that's over $5,000, and that's why it comes to the. All right. Any questions?
Fire department here.
Awesome. Would you like to tell us about how useful this equipment will be for you? We need you at the mic just for the recording.
So what we've received from the Tennessee Highland Rim Healthcare Coalition is a 100% donation. There's no cost to Metro or anyone else for that matter. And what this will enable us to do is finish the build on the ambulance bus that you all have seen and we've actually used. First to go up to Gallatin and transport from that nursing home, first ambulance bus in the state actually to have done that. So that's a little perk on our side there, but it'll finish that out, make it better to use, easier to use for us and for our patients. Secondly, training supplies. Some greatly needed mannequins, stop the bleed kit, the training that our personnel on the street can use every day. So that's what this is all going to be going for the most part. And we're happy that you guys have picked this up and agreed to hear it, because there is a deadline for us getting that money spent.
Any other questions, discussion? All right, let's take it to a vote. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Great, thank you. And let's see, last but not least, we go back up to the first page, Resolution 520 by Councilman Sledge. Is he here? Is Councilman Sledge here? Okay. Or you can sign, oh, no, you can't sign on. I have to sign on. Exempts Dads CBS LLC doing business as Good Time Charlie's located at 1529 4th Avenue South from the minimum distance requirements for obtaining a beer permit. And there is a proposed substitute. So hopefully we can get Councilman Sledge here so that we can.
This is Good Time Charlie's, the blue.
Okay, that'd be great. Oh, okay. So the substitute clears up a typo in the bill. Thank you, Councilman Sledge. We are on your bill, and at this point, we will first get a motion. Motion and properly seconded. Would you like to tell us about your bill? We got a short explanation about your proposed substitute. Clears up.
Yes, I'm not offering the substitute. I'm asking that the committee vote to disapprove this application.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you'd rather us disapprove than just withdraw the bill?
This applicant, I have tried to tell their legal representation for the last 6 months that I would not support a beer permit exemption occurring here. You all should have received an email from a basically transitional housing that is located near this institution. There are several problems with that this owner has had in the past, but fundamentally, I don't believe the land use is appropriate. And I have tried to communicate that every which way, and they decided they wanted to go ahead. So,
all right. With that, are there any other questions or discussion? All right. All those in favor of this bill say aye. All those opposed? Any abstentions? All right. Thank you very much. That concludes our business for today.